Hello everybody, this is Jason Whitney and you are on your third week of the protocol, and congratulations. I know you didn't think you could do it, but we never had a doubt. Your body is designed to be healthy. It wants to be healthy, but it gets in a certain groove if you've been naughty digestively for a few months or even few years, and it likes being in the place that it's been. And so you got to kind of tell it who's boss. And third week is lots of things have happened. I know that you've had success. I know that there are several measured things that have happened, but let's keep things going. If you are wanting to accelerate your diet in losing weight, or you want to increase your mobility, or you want to increase your strength, you want to be able to be more limber, any of those things, or you just want to feel better, stronger in your core, then exercise is a great way to accelerate and improve all those issues. Now let's just face it, scientifically, it's been proven, yay for science, that of two things, if you only had an interest or time or money for one thing, you couldn't do both. And those two choices were exercise or diet. You didn't have time, money, or interest to do both. Which one would give you the overall most successful, most benefit for your body? Every time the science comes out that it's diet. You can undo the most strenuous workout with one bad meal. You see, if you're spending 10 hours in the gym a week, which is a fair amount of time working out, you still have another 168 hours to completely undo all that you've spent in the gym. You just can't do it. So diet is the most important thing. It is 90%, if not more, of your success of health. So we've got that covered through the protocol. But if you want to accelerate things, let's choose which kind of diet or what kind of exercise to match your perfect diet is the best. Well, we have cardiovascular, and then we have what's called interval training. Kind of the new term for that is HIIT, H-I-I-T. High impact interval training, and then there's weight training. Now you might have a propensity or an interest in either one of those. You might despise one or multiples of those. And so here's the science, here's the details that have narrowed down the effects of some of those workouts. So a study was done. They took 3 groups of people over a 12-week period of time, and they put one group into the just diet of doing no exercise. They had another group that was doing the aerobic group, and then they had one that was doing weight training. And then after the 12 weeks, they measured how much fat was lost, and the diet group lost on average 14.6 pounds. The aerobic group lost 15.6, and the weight group lost 21.1. Now all of them had a dietary plan, right? So the workout group did the diet plus they worked out as well. And then the winner, of course, was the one that did diet and did the weights by more than 35% of the next contender. So why is weight training so effective? Now, I should point out that in the study, they did not do HIIT training or interval training. They did aerobic. Right? So keep that in mind. The reason why weights is so important is because you get what is called as the afterburn. When you do weights and you're putting resistance training on your muscles, there's a multitude of benefits. One is that as that muscle's being worked, little micro tears are happening in that muscle fiber. That means that after your workout is over, your body has to repair that muscle tissue and make it a little bit stronger. So it knows that whatever you're doing, your muscles weren't strong enough to be able to resist that resistance, and so it wants to make it stronger so it doesn't happen again. Well, that building of muscle tissue takes energy and it burns calories. Thus you get an afterburn. And so that's very, very helpful. Plus, it can shape your body, make it look different. If you want your muscles to look more shapely, then you can do certain kinds of exercises that'll give that effect. You don't have to do operations. You can do certain kinds of workouts. Your gym, trainers, there's tons of videos that help you with how to shape your body, if that's of interest to you. And it also is great, the best and most effective way to ward off osteopenia or osteoporosis. You do not want to get broken bones when you're old. You don't want to have osteoporosis. The numbers are frightening and staggering after a person falls down and breaks a hip. They don't have a long time to live after that because of all the other cascading events that happen after that event. So the best way to prevent yourself from having osteoporosis is not calcium, though we give it to you in large doses every shake that you're taking on the protocol, but the best one is resistance training. When you put more resistance on that muscle, your bone knows that it has to keep up with the strength of the muscle, so the bone will actually strengthen itself. That is the best and most effective key against osteoporosis and weak bones. Now, I wish that I had HIIT training, high impact interval training, when I was in college, when I was doing sports. It just wasn't something that we did. We didn't even know about it, and because I would have done that. The reason why is it cuts the aerobic time in half, if not by 2/3. If you like being on the treadmill, you like jogging for hours on end, then that's okay. Just remember that that takes a lot of impact on the joints and on your bones, so that might be something you want to keep in mind. But high interval training cuts the time in at least half. The whole concept is let's get your heart rate up high very quickly. So it'll give you like bursts of workouts for 30 or 60 seconds, and then you come back and rest a little bit, and then you hit it again at a high burst of energy, and then you come back. They've proven that effect is just as effective and even more so than long, mundane workouts on the treadmill. So that's something to keep in mind, and it works great with the protocol, and I will have a separate video that tells you what you need to change as you increase that intensity of workout, but I'll give you a hint. It's not more protein first, it's more of the omega oil. The omega oils will replace the caloric value that you used to use to get extra energy from carbohydrates. We don't take the carbohydrates, and I promise you, you'll get a longer burn, 120% longer burn. You will not crash that you get when you take a carbohydrate, and you lower the insulin, and you recover much faster because you have less inflammation. There's tons of reasons why the omega oils are the key. I take several pumps above the 2 pumps that I'm recommending for you because I do high impact interval training and I do weight training, and that's what keeps me young and it keeps me away from osteoporosis. And that's why I won't have that as I get older. I'm already 150 years old, and I know I don't look it, but you can have it too. Thank you again for completing week 3, and we'll see you in the next video for week 4.